Happy Tuesday! It's Asia Ray Coleman, and today I'm going to talk to you about up-leveling from co-star to guest star. Hey there, it's the founder of ActingResourceGuru.com here, and today I have a pretty specific message for those of you who are in the place where you've had several TV credits and they're all co-stars, and you're feeling like you're kind of stuck in that rut. First of all, I just want to say congratulations. Remember that there are so many actors out there, and I work with many of them, who are trying to book that first co-star, trying to get that first legit TV credit on their resume. So try to stand in gratitude for what you have. I know sometimes that can be tough, and I've been there, so I get it. I remember a time when a friend of mine introduced me to a manager, and I went to talk to that manager for just an informational meeting to learn more about the business. And he looked at my resume and he was like, "Oh, yeah, well, you're a co-star actor." And I was so insulted. I was like, wait a minute. No, I'm not a co-star actor. I have been training. I'm so capable of doing bigger roles. I just haven't gotten the opportunities yet. And he held up my resume and was like, well, to me, you're a co-star actor. And that really hit home for me. It really makes you realize that it's hard for people out there to know what you're capable of before you've had a chance to do it. So I have 3 tips for you around making that transition that can sometimes be a little bit difficult or sometimes seem a little bit difficult. My first tip for you has to do with the resume. A lot of times when you have a lot of co-stars, that's all you have on your resume, right? But sometimes there are co-stars that are a little bit more meaty that you've had, where you actually appeared in several different scenes, or you had a lot of lines and you were like, why isn't this a guest star? So my advice for you would be to reach out to the casting director, reach out to the production team, and see if it's okay for you to list it as a guest star on your resume. That in itself can open so many doors for you, but make sure you get permission. Even though it's probably likely that no one will find out if you do it without permission, it's always a great exercise, energetically even, to get permission before you do that. You don't want to lie on your resume. Tip number 2 is make sure that you get your agent and your manager on board. You might think it's obvious to them that you're really itching to up-level to guest star, but they might not be as conscious of that. They might be thinking you're super psyched because you've been getting out and you've been booking co-stars, right? So have a conversation with them about this. Make sure that you're doing everything in your power to provide them with the tools that they need to sell you effectively as a guest star. Maybe you need demo reel footage that shows more depth or, more ability in your work. Maybe if they're having trouble getting you in for bigger audition opportunities, they can volunteer to pitch you for self-tapes for guest stars. So make sure that they know that you're willing to do that, and make sure that they're on board with your plan. My last tip for you is something that I say repeatedly and something that we talk about all the time at Acting Resource Guru, and that is to just stay consistent in building your relationships. My first guest star was with a casting director that I just knew really well, and he knew my abilities, and that was that. So a lot of times these opportunities are going to come from people that you've built relationships with in other ways, so make sure that you are on point in doing that. I hope this helps, and I wish you luck in getting that guest star. It's so much fun to have a nice, big, juicy role to sink your teeth into. So I wish that for all of you. I'll see you next week on the next episode of Guru Tips for Actors. Bye.